Let's go ahead.
Guys, it's a pleasure to be speaking with you, particularly during this period post-release, but not far enough along that the dust has fully settled on the incredible debut album, December. First things first, let's go around the room, take it one by one. How are you doing? How are you feeling now that it's out?
We're doing great, I think.
We're very happy.
Yeah?
It's very hot here now, so we try to stay in the air condition as much as we can. I guess you also have some a taste of the heat, yeah. But yeah, we're very happy. The album is doing great.
Fantastic. How about yourself, Yuval?
Actually, the feedback has been amazing so far. We got some invitations from the Bandcamp and a lot of people telling us that it's great and they like to listen to it. And actually, the other day I was driving and a car beside me was playing Desert Shore. It was pretty awesome.
That's amazing. Oh my God.
That's awesome.
Almost like double take.
Yeah, I was like, that's me over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just like a little kid that I am. But it's amazing so far.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear that. It's fantastic that you're getting such a good, strong response to it, because it is an incredible album, taking a lot of work to get here as well. Take us back to sort of the early days and your original vision behind December, when you kind of set out the plans of what you wanted to do and how close to the end result did those plans work out?
We didn't have a specific plan, nor did we believe that we're playing a specific genre of music. It's just we were starting writing songs and everybody had their own input and their ideas. And whatever sounded good, we went with it. And then people heard it and said, you guys are playing symphonic metal. You must really like Nightwish and Epica. All right. And we do, but it was never our intention. It just came out that way. And we like the end result because we like the album and we think that the songs are good. And maybe we're now working on our second album. We're really excited about writing the songs and stuff like that. And I think that we will be more condensed and more focused in the next album in this specific thing. But it's still going to be wide, right? As wide as we can.
At this stage, you don't feel like you've set any particular rules in regards to, even though, say, you've been classified in a specific genre, as you said already, symphonic metal, but for yourselves, you don't feel you've set yourselves any rules or parameters yet?
Nothing. Nothing artistic.
Okay, but what about sorry, go ahead.
I just was going to say that I think the main thing is that we're going to write stuff that we're happy with more than anything.
Okay, I mean, that makes complete sense, of course, because hopefully you want to please yourselves before hopefully pleasing an audience. They will come with what you write rather than the other way around. But when you say it's free and it's open and it's free flowing between all of you, then are you all bringing a lot of different inspirations to the melting pot? It is StormbounD.
Completely. Everybody's got some good ideas, and we're trying to utilize everybody's talents and ideas that they bring. And because we're all pretty experienced, and whenever somebody has an idea and it's not that good, then they just wouldn't bring it. I mean, 90% of the stuff that I come up with, I forget about them because I don't think that they're very good. But if I think I've done something right, then I'll let all the others know. Okay.
But with all those ideas floating around and all those things coming to the table, what's the process into almost filtering into what would eventually become the end result that was December? How did you filter out and create what you did?
We actually do it kind of old school. we rehearse and we actually write the song during the rehearsals, and this is like the process of filtering and everything is just the debates we have during the rehearsal. And yeah.
And how much has an effect, how much, both all individually, I guess, as well as a unit, how much has the past couple of years and the COVID pandemic and the music industry shutdown had on not just the band, but you guys as individual, as musicians, and yeah, the band overall too?
The lockdowns were very hard for us because we really wanted to rehearse and play and perform. And it slowed the process of making the album because when you have to go to the studio, but then you have to, but then the government says you have to stay at home, so it slowed everything down. But it doesn't matter. It looks like it's kind of behind us right now, right?
Yeah. What about as individuals, though, on a more personal level? Because ultimately, the effect it has on StormbounD is clear to see, but also, hopefully, it gave you more time to perfect and make December everything it possibly was.
I guess you can say that.
Yeah, we actually also worked on this album long before, like we are in the process for a few years. So yeah, maybe it gives us a little bit more time to think about some things.
So while this is a fresh release for every one of us, our ears and so on, for yourselves, you've worked on it for such a long period of time, that ultimately, that's what you said, I guess you're already moving on to something else. The feedback and the reaction you've had from the fans, from the comment section, social media and stuff like that, has that surprised you, or were you very, very confident you knew you'd got something strong in your hands?
I think we were confident, but it's still amazing to see that in reality, actually, people really like it.
We had that feeling that something very good is happening.
Yeah.
But in the end, when you do your show and the people are coming and singing the lyrics and stuff like that, then this is the best in the world, right? You can't beat that. So we were astounded, but we were very happy with that. But we had a sense that we're going in a good direction. And now we're very positive about what we're doing in regards to writing our second album, because we know better in different fields. We know better about sound and about what works and what doesn't work, where we should put the emphasis on.
You've grown,
so we learned a lot from this.
Yeah, you've grown as musicians, you've already picked up elements, and you're going to continue to grow as you move forward.
Yeah.
I think, perhaps you can correct me if I'm wrong, I think one of the reasons why the audiences, at least from our perspective as well in the UK, has the album has resonated, is one of the aspects that really stands out about the album and StormbounD in general, is that you're also adept storytellers in regards to the content that comes in the specific songs, whether it be lyrical or whether it just be the overall themes that come with specific songs. Talk to me about some of those ideas. Talk to me about where you draw those inspirations from, whether it be a specific event that's occurred in the world or a specific subject matter.
As the main lyricist, I gotta say that we write what we have to say and what we feel is important for us to say, and some of it is written about social issues, global issues, about religion, about climate change and stuff like that, which are the core issues, in our opinion, to everything that is happening on the planet, right? And some of it is more personal because it burns inside you, right? If something we have the song Shadows,
Yep.
Which is very like is about a toxic relationship. Yael wrote it, and it's something from deep inside. And this is something that you want to tell the world. And when you write something that is truthful and you share your pain, then it will resonate with someone, because we all get that from time to time and we all feel the same way, right? So the personal issues work. When I scream in Altar of Innocence, there's no God. All right. So when we do that, some people might agree with it. Some people got really upset with that. And that's fine. I don't care. But when you write something that is very truthful about your relationship and about your hopes and dreams, then it's very then there's a higher chance it will resonate with other people.
Yeah, absolutely. Well said. It's almost a most perfect encapsulation of exactly how I think the music on this album works and how it's connecting. Do you, as an Israeli band, do you feel that there's a connection there to be made with the rest of the world, that you are able to almost gain an immediate a bit of attention based off by the tag, but also then that almost brings people in as an intriguing aspect, particularly say from the wider Western world?
If somebody's gonna listen to us, especially because we're from Israel, then that's great. Unfortunately, there's enough people in the world that will not listen to us because we're from Israel.
Right.
And to them we say, fuck you, okay?
Yeah, it's complicated, but it's a lot of people ask us about, because a lot of people don't know many Israeli metal bands.
Yeah.
So it's always come up in a conversation with people from around the world and interviews, obviously because it's interesting. Yeah, so we talk about it sometimes.
It's that really, isn't it? It's because there isn't a whole spate of metal bands coming from is the Israeli scene. So it's almost an attention grabbing moment. And then the idea being, well, hear the music, listen to the lyrics, listen to the riffs, and then see that.
There are in Israel, but usually they stay like within the Israeli metal scene. And there are not a lot of them that are known in the world.
Of course.
I think that statistically we're doing better than we should, because we're a very small country and we have quite a number of bands that are known outside of Israel.
Yeah.
Well, it's fantastic to hear that.
What?
I was saying it's fantastic to hear that. You had something to add there.
Yuval?
Sorry, I didn't catch the question.
Oh, that's okay. Sorry, I thought you picked up the mic. I thought you were waiting to jump in. I thought rather than dive in with the next question, I'd wait and see what you thought.
Oh, okay. Then I think that, like Ofer said, statistically we're doing fine, because you need to take into account that we're a very small country, and within that, the people who likes metal, within that, the people who knows how to play, within that, the people that actually start a band with it, and then actually people who take the band on the more global thing than actually rather stay within the limits of Israel.
It's one of the few joys of the modern world in regards to, say, social media and the wide array of use you can get from the internet. It's allowing you this opportunity to spread yourselves online and out and then be heard in all these different countries, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
but
sure.
it's a lot of work, and not everybody wants to actually, commit to it.
Yeah, but we actually have the tools to bring our music to people all around the world. It's amazing. We have never had any show out of Israel, but people know us a little bit, so it's really cool.
The internet is a great friend to, I think, any musician. Social media and YouTube and stuff like that, they're their musician's best friend right now.
Definitely.
You're absolutely right. But this is the next question then in regards to that. Do you think you guys as a group are utilizing it well? You think you're doing a good job on it? And do you enjoy it? That's the more important one, I think.
So sometimes it's a little bit time consuming, but I mean, we enjoy working on it and see the feedback, and we're trying to do our best.
Sometimes I would spend 6 hours a day working at StormbounD and working on our social media and stuff like that. And it's kind of excruciating from time to time, but it's great because it's great response.
Yeah.
Do you share it?
The social media thing, we actually share it.
Yep.
We all in the middle of actually learning it a little bit better, because the release of the album, you know, it's the first time that we're doing it, and we're learning along the way. And now we're in the middle of like recording a few like little things to put on the social media, and posters and photos and a lot of stuff. And you need to actually write something about each and every one of them. It's
Constantly.
It's really time consuming, but we're learning and we're expanding our horizons, and it's going a little bit better every day.
I've been practicing my German and my Spanish quite a lot lately. And there's one more thing. We're not media specialists, but as you know, we have some great people working on it for us, right?
Yeah.
We have a promotion team that does, I think, a great job.
They do, they really, really do. And ultimately, there's a reason why, you know, we're sitting there having this conversation now. I'm sitting in the UK and getting to talk to you and hopefully help spread the word, because you guys are doing some awesome, awesome work. And I'm very, very excited for what's going to come in the future. And one of the reasons, going back to an earlier thing where we talked about resonation and resonating with an audience and listeners, is because songs like this have resonated with me on a personal level too. I want to ask each of you, one by one, each of you tell me from December, what one track resonates the most with you?
So I'll pick Out of Innocence, because I think it's very powerful. In a way, the lyrics and the music connect together. It tells like a very harsh story, and it's very resonant with the music. It's like very epic.
Fantastic.
Especially the part in the video where I get killed in the end. This is the most epic moment.
It was an experience.
Who wants to go next?
Okay, for me, actually, is also Out of Innocence, but I'm kind of biased because that song is built on a very old sketch that I had, so it's really personal for me.
Awesome.
My favorite one is Child's Play.
Okay.
I wrote it almost 10 years ago, and I didn't have a band to play it with, and I was caught up and very busy with my work and stuff like that, and I had no time to this song, Desert's War, and Away From Here are the three songs that I wrote 10 years ago and didn't get to publish them with any band. And now when it's finally happening, then it's great for me. And the reason I like Child's Play specifically is because of this. It doesn't really have a storyline, but I think it has a strong message, and it's like straightforward message with no metaphors and no nothing like that. It's like in your face, and I really like that.
Great choices there. Take my word from it, people. Just go listen to the full thing. It is an incredible, incredible album, and I look forward to almost seeing what the when the dust is fully settled. So 6 months down the line, a year, and we sort of see how it's been received overall. But during this time, of course, you're going to be very, very busy. Give us a brief rundown, if you will, over what your plans are now for the remainder of the year.
Our main plan, I think, is to tour out of Israel.
Yep.
So we are aiming for Europe. We really hope to get somewhere in Europe soon. And we also we have a few local shows, and we also started to work on the second album. So we constantly working.
That's
right now
perfect.
we're trying to catch every international band that comes to Israel to perform. We try to catch the spot and to actually support them on the show. So
It worked once already.
Yes.
it worked once already, and we try to do it many more times.
Guys, it's fantastic. It's great to hear you're going to be so incredibly busy. As strange as that sound, ultimately keeping that busy and having the opportunity to do these things is the most important thing of all. And I hope when we're next talking, perhaps in the next year, it's in person because you're here in the UK playing some shows. Fingers crossed.
Oh,
That's the dream, right?
yeah. We really hope that happens. We're testing and checking our options for a European tour right now. There's some emails running around, going back and forth, and we'll see which one wins. And I hope we get to play. Obviously the UK,
But everywhere else. But everywhere else as well, guys. StormbounD, December is an amazing album. I hope it is successful for you, as it looks to be already. Thank you so much for taking the time to do this. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you, Carl. Thank you a lot. Thank you for having us.
Thank you very much for watching. If you liked what you saw, please help us out by giving us a thumbs up and hitting that subscribe button. If you really liked what you saw, consider donating to keep the website and channel running by buying us a coffee via our coffee page or picking up some merch from our Big Cartel store. You can check us out on gbhbl.com as well as via our social media, Facebook, Instagram and Twitter, as well as listen to our interviews via SoundCloud, Apple Music and Spotify. Just search for GBHBL. Games, horror and heavy metal. What else is life for?